Okay, we're at the campsite and it's time to hook up the sewer hose. And just so you know, it's a good idea to wear gloves when you're handling the sewer hose. I don't have them on at the moment, but this is a new sewer hose, so it's clean. But when you use this, you'll want to wear gloves each and every time you connect it or disconnect it. So as you can see on this hose, we actually have two lengths of hoses that are the same length. And for this particular campsite, we don't need an extra long hose. We're just going to use one section. And as you can see, there's caps on each one. And we're going to remove the one cap just by unscrewing it. Very simple. And we're going to remove the other section. All right, so we've got that. And then the 90-degree elbow is what's used to go into the drain at the campsite. So we're going to connect this onto the drain, and it's got a clear glass there so you can see the fluid that's coming down. If you got solids or whatever, make sure when you're flushing it out that it is running clean. So now we're going to walk over to the connection. And one other thing I forgot is the carriage, or
Stand.
the little
Hose
stand. So as you can see, here is the connection at the RV, which is behind the back wheel on the driver's side. And then over here, which is about 6 feet, is the sewer hose inlet. And there are a variety of inlets at camps. It depends on what they hook up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this here, and we're just going to lay it out so it provides a bridge to the drain. All right, very simple.
Small end. Taller on one end, smaller as you get toward here. Let's go ahead and say that.
Okay, the tall end is at the RV, and the smaller end meaning that it's lower in height at the campsite. So we're going to take the open end here, and we're going to hook into the RV. And the one thing that's important is that when you hook this on, you just put it on and you twist it clockwise, but hold on to the big pipe and turn this. It's very simple. You're connected. The connection on the RV, it's we just want to make sure we support the connection. So then we're going to lay this pipe out on the bridge.
And if you had a longer piece, you would connect it there, right? If you had to use the second piece, it would go there first.
So if you had a long distance greater than 6 feet or 10 feet, you would connect the second hose onto here and then extend it to wherever you needed it. But for this case, it's a short distance. So your hose is connected.
It just sits in there. It's not twisted or.
That's correct. It just sits in there.
Okay.
There are no clamp connections or anything to hold it in place. It's always a good idea to go out and check it every now and then, but in those cases it won't go anywhere. All right, now we're going to go over the drain valves from the RV gray and black tanks to the sewer hose. The gray tank are things like wash water, bath water, things like that. The black tank is the sewer for the toilet. And one thing to remember is that when you're at a campsite and you're all hooked up, hookups, is do not open the black tank and let it drain continuously. Only open up the black tank when the tank level gets to about 2/3. And the reason for that is if you leave it open the whole time, the contents inside the black tank can dry up and harden, and we want to keep it moist and wet. So we'll leave that closed. The gray tank, we want to leave that closed as well, because you use that as a as a flushing of the black water. So bottom line is leave both valves closed, but in this case what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to open up both valves one at a time. And we'll start with the black water. We're going to open that up and we're going to let it flow, and then we're going to open up the gray tank, and the gray tank valve will flush any of the contents in the hose down the drain. Alright, so when you reach down here, you'll see a valve. It's a T-handle, and don't just pull on it. Grab hold of this hose here and for support, and just slowly open it up, and then it will drain.
Talk about what you're looking for.
And as you can see, the hose is pretty well in good shape. It's not, there's a good flow of water there. So it will continue to flow until it's empty. All right, and then as you can see, the water is slowing up, so that means the tank is getting near empty. And we want to flush the hose out now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to close the black tank valve. And again, hold on to the main line and just push slowly until it closes all the way. Now it's closed all the way. Now we're going to grab hold of the gray water valve, hold the main hose or clamp here, and pull on that slowly. And what that will do is that will flush any of the solids out of the black water. So as you can see, it's playing, and you can see the color is clear. So we got a good flow. And so now everything is empty.